Hi, sweetie pie. I've learned a few more signs, and so I thought I'd share them with you. Okay, let's review the ones we already had. You remember mom. That's your mom. I wish she was right here. I'd show you, and then you'd know that's mom, but she might be able to show you too. And that's dad. And you know what boy is? What you are? Boy, boy, boy. Isn't that interesting? It's because sometimes boys wear caps, and this is like right up there, like the cap. And apple, apple. Don't know why they do that. You just make a bit of a crook and you do apple. So when you want an apple, you could say, Mom, could I have an apple? And then if you want more apple, you say, more apple, more apple. And then butterfly, we have so many in my garden. Butterfly is this. This may be a little hard for you because you have to twist your fingers and all, but it's kind of a nice one. That's butterfly. Um, I can't read what I wrote here. Birch. I don't think you're going to need birch. Bath. Bath. Bath is, I'll stand up for bath. Bath is where you just do fists. How are we going to do this? So you see my head. And you just go like this. Like you're just scrubbing your chest. Bath. Bath. So when you want a bath, you say, Mom, bath. Mom, bath. Or Dad, bath. Or Grum, bath. Remember, Grum is the mom and then two more. And Grandpa would be up here and you bounce. And then since you have two, we'll find out for sure, but I sort of remember that you incorporate the letter in. So the letter for S is like a fist, and that's a C. And so you could do, and then we'd know it was me. Okay, ball. Ball is like you're making the shape of a ball. Sphere. Ball. Car is also kind of obvious. Car is just like this, like you're driving. Bird is, I hope I got it right, like you're pecking. And chicken is like you're pecking the ground. So this is chicken. Chicken. Bird. Cat is like your whisker. And dog is like this. Like you go like this. That's dog. Like you're calling a dog. And then the last one I have is cup. Like you're holding a shape of a cup and you put it down. Cup. So when you want a cup of apple juice, you could do cup, apple, and then I have to find juice. And then remember from this morning, we had bear. You didn't have to do the fist part. I was wrong. It's just, this is bear. That's bear. And we did Grum. And we did happy. Happy is like this. And laugh. I'd have to double check this. You make an L. And I don't know if it's like this or if it's like this. I think it's like this, but I'll look that up. But anyway, you make an L and then you kind of lightly go up in a curly Q. And that's pretty cool. We learned some good ones. Apple. Oh, and I didn't tell you goodbye because I don't want to say goodbye, but just in case, goodbye is, believe it. No. Goodbye is this. Goodbye. Well, I'm not doing that now. Butterfly. Boy. I think girl is this, but I have to look it up. Bath. Bath is this. Just two fists coming down. Ball was this. Car. Bird. Chicken. And cup. Cup. Okay. Oh, and I was going to do the ones from this morning. I think I did them. Happy, laugh. Well, I have to look up laugh. Laugh. I think it was that. It might be that. And what else did we do this morning? Book. 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 And more. And I'm leaving one out, but that's okay. Okay, we learned some good ones. Well, we're only 5 minutes in. Should I read you a little book? Well, I'll read you. Oh, I could continue that wonderful French one. That was really interesting. I continued it a little bit on my own. I was so intrigued. But it's not right here, so I'll read you first few pages of Goldilocks Returns. Now, you haven't read the original Goldilocks, but you will. And, well, let's just say that she was a little bit rude. She broke into a house. She ate their porridge, which is a kind of a thick soup. And broke their bed, all sorts of things. So we'll just read this version of Goldilocks Returns. And as you could see, we're not looking at a little girl here. We're looking at somebody that looks like kind of an old lady with a tool belt and lots of bags. Now, please, no jokes, even though I happen to, at this moment, be wearing a tool belt and I have a few bags, but we're not going to make any comments. Goldilocks Returns by Lisa Campbell Ernst. Ernst. That would be hard having that for a last name because you'd tell it to people and they'd say, what? Every time you'd say, my name is Lisa Campbell Ernst. They'd say, I'm sorry, what? Ernst. Ernst. And then they'd say, what? And you'd say, please read the book. Please read the book. Book. Okay, I will. Goldilocks Returns. We know who the author is. We'll just carry on. That lady has a funny hat. Oh, but she does like books. Look at all her books. Oh gosh, this is getting a little bit uncomfortable. Surrounded by books everywhere, bags, tool belt. At least I'm not quite that shape, and I don't have that shape head, and I don't wear that kind of thing, though sometimes it might be preferable, but we're not going to go there. Goldilocks Returns. Look at that. That's kind of cute. She got this on the back of her shirt or whatever. Oh dear me, she needs to tidy up that place. Let me just see. As a child, she was known as Goldilocks. There's 3 bears there, and they seem perturbed. I'm very glad that that girl is leaving. As a child, she was known as Goldilocks, and she was very naughty indeed. Naughty is another word for mischievous, but with a bad tinge to it. Her favorite hobby was snooping in houses where no one was at home, until, of course, all that dreadful trouble with the bears. Lovely little home, and she fleeing. Then Goldilocks grew up, and the older she got, the worse she felt about her horrid behavior. She shortened her name and pinned up her curls so no one would recognize her. Goldie opened a shop to help people protect themselves against snoops. Pardon me, but no matter how hard she tried to leave her life of crime behind, it haunted her day and night. Goldie had nightmares about bears. She cried at the mere sight of a teddy bear. Her customers even began to look like bears. I can't take it any longer, she said. She sobbed. At last, it's time I set things right. Early one morning, Goldie loaded up her truck, turned her shop sign to closed, and zoomed off toward the deep, dark woods. And this is quite a fun picture that goes with the pages we just read. This is her shop. These are her customers. keys while you wait. Keys made while you wait. Solid steel padlocks, vertical deadbolts. Welcome to Goldilocks keys. Goldilocks and keys. Oh, that's funny. Goldie's locks and keys. Witty, very witty book. Very witty. Safety first. Welcome to Goldie's locks and keys. There's Goldie with her necklace and her purple dress and her crazy hair, head shape thing. Keys, bonded and insured for your protection. Yes, indeed. There she is now in her truck, barreling off. What is that? That looks like a little person sleeping. I have no idea. Perhaps it's just the way it's drawn. But the book will tell us the words are very useful in books. Yes. Children's books are filled with pictures. But you know what? When you read books as an adult and a bigger kid, and there aren't as many pictures, or sometimes none at all, you won't need them. They'll be in your head from the words. It's beautiful. It's amazing. You read these words, but you'll have pictures in your mind of what it looks like. And sometimes it can be as rich and wonderful as this, which is pretty cool. So anyway, Goldie loaded up her truck, turned her shop sign to close, and zoomed off toward the deep, dark woods. At that very moment, the three bears, whom she had scared out of their wits years before, were sitting down to breakfast. And it looks like they have hot, steaming porridge ready to eat. Now, you remember the sign for bears? I keep doing it with fists. This is bear. I'll stand back. Remember, this is the sign for bear. Claws, bear. Now, back to the story, as they say. They were Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and their son, who, though not a baby for some 50 years now, still went by the name Baby Bear. It's been 50 years. Oh my. That's cool. Due to the fright brought on by Goldilocks, he still had a wee little voice. No, that doesn't make sense. We get over frights, even if it's a little girl breaking into our house, breaking our chairs and eating our porridge. But I need to stop doing this. I need to read the story and stop with his editorial commentary. We'll never get done. Besides, the author's allowed to write it the way the author wants, and then we comment. But during? It's rude. Their breakfast, as usual, was porridge, as it had been every day since any of them could remember. It was much too hot to eat. Grab your hats, Papa Bear sighed, and the three unsuspecting bears left for their daily walk. And this is what they look like now, a little bit older. That's a 50-year-old? Interesting. No sooner had... Did I say I wasn't going to do editorial commentary? What was that? I'm sorry. That was rude. No sooner had the bears left than Goldie screeched to a stop in front of their cozy cottage. It hasn't changed a bit, she gasped. Strapping her tool belt on, Goldie walked to the door and knocked. A smile crept across her face as she realized the bears, again, were not at home. Goldie walked right in. I'll fix that, she said, chuckling. With a drill in one hand and a screwdriver in the other, Goldie swung into action. Moments later, the bear's door was laden with the finest in locking hardware. Padlock, double bolt, and the secret anti-snoop lock she used in only the most serious cases. Won't they be delighted, she crooned. Well, I'm not so sure they're going to be delighted because it's their home and now their door is covered with locks and maybe they don't want them. There she is with her tool belt and her safety glasses, putting on All of those locks. It is kind of a cute picture, though. That goofy old lady. That's a lot of locks. How do you think they're going to react? How would you react? Come on, when you find that. It's kind of cute the way she comes up like she's been on a shopping spree. But it's all her tools, I guess. Bric-a-brac? Fringe? This is interesting. What else is she going to do? Next, Goldie headed for the kitchen. There sat the three bowls. Oh, it's 15 minutes. We'll have to continue this another time. Don't want to make it too long. Okay, to be continued, this wonderful book called Goldilocks. And then we'll review apple. Maybe now you could go get an apple. And if you want more, you could have more apple. And maybe out of the window with all the flowers that are still in bloom, you might see a butterfly. And maybe you'll see another little boy like you. Not like you, but you know what I mean. And you could play ball. You'll play ball. Or go for a ride in the car. Or maybe tell your mom and your dad about our book that we're reading about bears. And if you get thirsty, you could ask for a cup of something to drink. And you could talk about the birds. What was bird? I forgot bird. Bird or chicken. Oh, we had a few from this morning. Happy. You could be happy as you tell them about your exciting day. And the other ones that I've temporarily forgotten. Oh, how could I forget? Grum. That's me. Grum. That's me. That's me. And if you want to talk about your Grandma Kathy, it's the same one, but you could put an S at the end for me and a C at the end for her. But we'll probably know who you're talking about because we might be in different places. So, Grum. Okay, well, about 18 minutes. I'm signing off now. I love you so much. And the bye-bye one is, well, no, that's not it. How does the queen do it? She waves. What do we do? Bye-bye. That's it. Yeah, it was that. Bye-bye. Sorry. I get all these others and I can't remember how to do bye-bye. I love you, sweetie pie. See you soon.